Did you ever think that your fulfillment processes could have a large impact on your customer's experience? Well, today, Caleb Brunel, who is the Director of Client Apps and Portals, and myself, Karen Strykowski, the Director of Client Change Management, are going to show you just that. A little bit about today's webinar. We are recording, and Commerce7 will email you a copy of the recording. Please feel free to enter your questions in the questions section of the webinar platform. A little bit about wine shipping. So most of you, I imagine, are wine shipping clients, but if you're just curious, if you're a Commerce7 client and you're curious about what wine shipping and Commerce7 have been doing together, I want to share with you a little bit about wine shipping. Wine shipping, we currently serve over 1,000 brands, and we have 5 strategic locations in 5 strategic regions across the United States. We also don't just focus on direct-to-consumer fulfillment. We also can do your direct-to-trade fulfillment, your wholesale fulfillment, and long-term storage. We have endless possibilities to work in partnership with you. We have 3 stands that we stand by, that every decision we make at Wineshipping needs to fall into one of these 3 stands. So it's unity, simplicity, and fun. And personally, my favorite stand is unity, because in unity, we work as a collaborative team at Wineshipping, but we also truly believe that we are a partner to you. We believe that if you're successful, we will be successful. So we truly believe in a united partnership. We also believe in simplicity. I know you can see that over the last 2 years, we've launched so much different technology, and our awesome client portal is there to make it easy to work and manage your orders with our new technology platforms. And of course, fun. We all know that working in wine is fun. A little bit about today's agenda. We're going to first talk about the Commerce7 app that we've newly designed and launched, the integration. We'll do a demo of exactly what that means. And then we're going to announce our newest integration with Viaduct Delivery Commerce7 and Ship Compliant. Then we'll have the opportunity to answer some questions and gather some feedback.
All right, thank you, Karen. We'll be covering the new Wineshipping app that we've produced in partnership with Commerce7 first. It has 3 key components, which can all be used independently of each other. The ability to automatically or manually transmit orders, the ability to sync your inventory from Wineshipping to keep all your inventory numbers up to date, and the ability to sync back all of your different tracking numbers and tracking information directly to Commerce7. We'll cover all 3 of those coming up. Order transmission. This is going to be especially relevant to people that either don't have an automatic way today to transmit orders, or who are using Ship Compliant but not for compliance and just as a mechanism to transmit orders. We have implemented some exciting features that we'll cover in more detail as we get further on here, including the ability to automatically add collateral or marketing SKUs, the ability to map to warehouses, and the ability to use many different carrier codes and temperature control possibilities with Wineshipping. We are curious in the future about allowing even people who do compliance checks with Ship Compliant to use this functionality. That's something we'll talk about more towards the end, but this will be especially relevant here at the beginning to people that are looking for a order syncing solution. Next slide, please, Karen. These are some of the different ways that we allow you to configure the transmission. These can be used in conjunction with capabilities in ACP to really try to get to an ideal order flow that allows you to manage your orders as they're sent to Wineshipping and really ensure both accuracy, ensuring you get the orders right every time, as well as getting your orders out quickly. We have the ability to configure different timings. This can be used in conjunction with some fulfillment settings. We also have an ACP, but this would be how long do you want for orders to sit? Possibly, right, someone might make an order and realize they picked their wrong address or their vacation home and they want to make a change. So allowing you to control the speed of that transmission gives you some flexibility there in buying time. Additionally, we allow you to sign up for notification emails. If for any reason an order can't be transmitted, which would usually be some kind of missing information in the order, you can automatically get an email telling you that there was a problem, so you know that you need to look at it to ensure that that order gets processed in a timely manner. We also keep comprehensive logs of everything sent, so you can really keep accurate track of the integration and everything being done by your behalf. These are some of the features that I mentioned earlier that can be used to enhance the orders as they're sent from Commerce7 to Wineshipping. These include things like tag to SKU rules. So you could have a special tag on an order that would indicate like a first-time club subscriber or something like that. And we could use that as a way to tell Wineshipping to include a special piece of marketing or even a special piece of collateral, like a special gift or something like that. So this is a way to add SKUs that you want Wineshipping to fulfill and put in the box, but that you don't necessarily want to list as line items in Commerce7 or as part of the shopping cart experience. Similarly, we have capabilities that allow us to tag carrier and carrier service mapping rules and use either tags or SKUs to map to warehouses. So if you're using multiple warehouse fulfillment sites with Wineshipping, we could use a SKU that maybe say you only keep in the West Coast to know, don't try to send that order to the East Coast. It would just go on inventory hold. Or we can use tags to try to automate and enhance the mapping of how orders go to our different sites. So this is a collection of different features. Wineshipping would work with you, me, Karen, and Amanda typically to enable these rules and really tailor them to your business process. But these can really enhance the order transmission and make it a lot more powerful for your business. Carrier code mappings. We have a lot of unique carriers in the wine business. A lot of different options that people use that aren't as typical in other e-commerce carriers like GSO or special wine shipping configurations like that we use for our temperature control services, either with FedEx or UPS. So these different codes can be configured. You can still offer the customer a really clear and positive experience in the shopping cart. And then we can map those to our orders and make sure we get that accurate carrier every time and automate that process even with some of the smaller and more bespoke carriers. The inventory sync is another critical component of the app. I will reiterate that these are all independent of each other. So even if you decide that the order transmission doesn't make sense for you, the inventory sync still might be a very useful part of the application, as well as posting back the tracking information. But the inventory sync here allows you to either synchronize your inventory manually just by clicking that button. It will quickly run a process that will look at all of your SKUs in Wineshipping, look at those same SKUs in Commerce7, and post back the available numbers to sell of those items automatically. You can also set up a daily or weekly auto sync. Best to schedule this at times when the warehouse is not running, but you can set up and automatically configure these just to keep account of things like either returns getting checked back in to a good fulfillment inventory status, or to catch new arriving inventory. So this really just automates an extra part of the process. It is also fully logged, so you can see every time it runs how many SKUs it updates and exactly what it's doing. It just gives you a lot of confidence in the process. This is a small button, but a mighty button that allows you to configure our automated tracking sync. This leverages our premium tracking technology at Wineshipping to provide near real-time updates into Commerce7 on your tracking numbers. This is again decoupled from the other two features, so you can turn on all three or just one of these, but this gives you a powerful capability to get tracking back faster into C7. There's no conflict with using this with Ship Compliant also posting back tracking. I think this is a good situation where having multiple options is better than one, to ensure that you always get tracking back in a timely manner to keep customers updated and to keep accurate information for tax and compliance reasons. So I think everyone can benefit from this option. So I made some diagrams, as little technical as I possibly could, to highlight, I think, what will be some of the common configurations here. So a lot of you right now using Ship Compliant will probably not use our app to transmit orders. Now, I know we have some features that you want to utilize, so that is something that in the near future we want to start to enable. But at this point, what's available now, you'll most likely continue to send the orders through the Ship Compliant compliance check. Then we would be able to enable the automated inventory sync and the near real-time tracking feed. So this is available today, and for many of you reliant on that compliance check, this probably makes the most sense right now. The next option, if you're using Avatax or you're using other types of compliance solutions and you don't have a order sync, then everything we just talked about is highly relevant. We can use the order transmission and the features we just discussed, along with the other two, to pass back that information. And then the third option, which I think will certainly have some people interested in, would be to still send your orders to Ship Compliant, have a post back that does the compliance check, but then use our app to send the orders to Wineshipping and bypass the fulfillment gateway options. The reason to do this would be to get the ability to add those SKUs and to do some of those other things that we talked about. This is still going to need to get verified. So we will ask for some volunteers to beta test this in the future and make this a possibility for everyone. All right, I'm going to try to take the screen. See if I do a decent job of that. All right, I think I got it. All right, so the step one in this process is to contact us and tell us you want to use the Commerce7 integration. We need just one piece of information to help set it up, which is this first part of your Commerce7 URL. That's what we need to do one thing on our end to allow you to install the app and for it to work successfully. The app would get installed in the normal manner here. It's the Wineshipping app. You would install that app. Once we have that URL, we'll enable it for you. The whole process really shouldn't take very long at all. Once that's installed, there's really two key parts to how using the app works. One is over here in ACP. We have this Commerce7 order source. When you click on that option, once it's enabled, you will see all these different settings that we covered on the PowerPoint slides earlier. These are different configuration options that either members of our onboarding team or me or Karen or Amanda would typically go through with you and set up to really align to your business. I won't cover all of them in more excruciating detail right now, but we have a lot of different features here, and I will highlight a couple of the ones that I think are exciting in just a second. But this is where you would do that configuration. I did just create a few quick examples, just so we had something to look at here. So I created a couple newer orders here. Just to take a quick look at it. So a few different orders to myself and to Karen. And what is going to happen here once you create these orders, as long as you don't try to publish them on a demo site like I did with that one, is that you're going to have them automatically sync into Wineshipping based on the settings you've set in the dialogues here. So I have an automatic transmission setting of 60 minutes, a time gap of 30 minutes. The purpose of that time gap, which can be not always the easiest thing to understand, is how long do you want orders to sit in Commerce7 no matter what? So if you want to be sure that, orders are always available to be edited in Commerce7 for 6 hours or even an entire day before we sent to Wineshipping, you can configure that right here. And that will determine how quickly they are sent back. The orders will then automatically transmit. I have an example of a little order I sent here to myself. The exciting two touches, at least exciting to me, maybe not to everybody else, but I used some tags here to add some additional capability. So I had a tag here for the RSD. So I set a requested ship date of October. So this is something we see for a lot of our different clients, that they want to avoid shipping in part of the summer and would rather do a large shipment at the beginning of October. So by adding these tags, when these orders get sent over to Wineshipping, I was automatically able to add that requested ship date without any extra intervention on my part. Used in conjunction with tools in Commerce7, this can be a really nice way to automate parts of your process and just make things less manual for your support staff. Additionally, I added that tag called marketing. So this would be an example of one of the ways that you could add a SKU to Wineshipping. In this case, over here in the app, I mapped that to, I think, the one available piece of collateral that I had, which is called a club note. So I added that tag marketing. I mapped it to a SKU in Wineshipping. And what happened when that order was sent over is that it added it into the line items here. Now, this can be done via tags, but I did see a question, I think was a leading question to help me out, which is that you can also use a trick of sorts here, that if you add 0000, it will add that SKU to every single order. So if you have something you want in every single box, you can use 000 here, and that could be a standard SKU that we add that's a piece of collateral from the winery, or a booklet about your club or something like that that we could add to every order without any need to even add a tag. So those are some examples of some of the features that I think could be exciting and help us automate more of our processes and do a bit more manual work. The other two, which also I think can add quite a bit of value. One is that inventory sync. So that can be done here just by clicking the Sync Now button, or by setting up this routine, so the daily or weekly sync. And that's just going to keep our inventory numbers aligned, available to sell is what we're syncing here. So it's going to help you avoid back orders. And if you do ever want to monitor these processes, you can go over here into any of our logs and get a quick look at how those syncs are running. In this case, since nothing sells out of my demo account, it didn't have anything to update, but this allows you to see the process, know what's working, and know what's changing. And then the last bit here to cover in the demo, if I click the right button, is the tracking. Again, if you want to turn some of these off, you always can. You don't have to use all of them. You can only use one of them, for instance, if that's what you want to do. This allows you to use our premium tracking service to post back tracking numbers. Now, harder to show how this works, but the way to understand it is that from our premium tracking service, anytime an order goes into the status of info received, so anytime an order gets updated with info received, which will generally mean that Wineshipping has closed that box, so the container is closed, we can post back tracking to Commerce7. We do have some variability about that, but that's generally how it would always work for dailies. As soon as that happens, you click a little order here and you see one of these little transmissions. That's going to send that tracking information straight to Commerce7. Now, this can be used in conjunction with Ship Compliant. It's really no problem to have both. A common quote in software development is that it's best to have a belt and suspenders so that your pants don't fall down. And I think that's good advice with tracking information. Having multiple sources of this will ensure that we always get that tracking back on those orders, and we don't have situations where it doesn't get posted and it causes a lot of manual work and headaches on behalf of the winery. All right, I think I have covered most of what I plan to demo. I think I'll hand it back to you here, Karen.
Thank you so much, Caleb. As you can see here on the screen, we have a QR code that just kind of explains to you the process of how to integrate. Like, it's really important that you send us your URL and then you download the app and then you wait, right? Don't start filling out or doing things because we need to do some things on the back end once we have your Commerce7 URL code. Otherwise, we'll have you uninstall the app. So just follow the steps and we will help get you started. I do have a form that you guys can fill out at the end of this if you want us to reach out to you to help you with the process too. Okay, now some exciting stuff coming up too. The app is super exciting and we are so happy. We have worked really hard to actually bring this to you. Our team has been working on it for about a year, I would say. So excited that we're finally here. But we also wanted to let you know we've had a pretty big breakthrough. So about a year ago, we started to partner with a company called Delivery. And for the last year, this solution has been available only to our Shopify clients, but we've had a breakthrough to be able to bring this to our Commerce7 clients. So I'm so excited to share that this technology solution that I'm going to share with you, there is no additional cost to any Wineshipping client that is on a bundled rate card. And that means it's like 99.9% of you all. So if this is exciting to you, which I think it will be, just know that, no extra, you just have to go through the integration process with us in Delivery. So what is Delivery? So what Delivery is it's a solution that is part of your checkout experience. So with it allows your customer when they're going through the checkout experience to choose the nearest hold at location that accepts alcohol. And it shows them the closest locations to their delivery address. So what are hold at locations? Or just so you guys can even understand how much hold at locations have grown since COVID, the carriers now have over 28,000 locations that accept alcohol for your customers to pick up. I mean, that has just exploded over the last 5 years. Some of the benefits that, Via Delivery, they've looked at it, they don't just work in wine, but you can see here that you have a minimum of 12% of your customers will choose to have their products or their wine purchase automatically sent to a hold at location. They've seen up to 26%, so a minimum 12, max 26%. And, I even dug into some of the data, and we had one client that was seeing that their customers were choosing it up to 40% of the time, which kind of blew me. They were an outlier, but that blew me away. So, just think if you had a guarantee of 16% of your online orders were going to deliver on the first time and weren't going to have any failed attempts. So the benefits, obviously, is that, this really reduces returns. It helps actually increase sales. And there is a sustainability component to it because the carriers aren't having to drive around all over the place. They can actually send their packages in one lump location to one of the holdout locations. The solution offers that once it's been delivered, it will then start to communicate to your customer. So it works in conjunction with premium tracking. So we all have the premium tracking notifications turned on that are carrier event scan based. And, so your customers will continue to get that. But when it actually arrives at the hold at location, that's when the Via.Delivery communication platform kicks in. And it will text. There's an opportunity to turn on text, emails, or even robocalls if you so choose. So this is what it looks like. In this particular integration, it actually happens on the thank you page. So once your customer makes the purchase, the thank you page shows up, and then it's going to have this pop-up. It's going to say, too busy, not at home, try one of the local pickup points. And it's going to show them, hi, there is a Walgreens that accepts alcohol 1.3 miles away from you. And then your customer can go ahead and click see the pickup locations near to you. Then they're going to see this pop up, and it's going to always offer them the 3 closest options that are going to work for them. It also will allow them to have this map here at the bottom. So let's just say that, yeah, the address was for your home address, and these are the closest to that. But maybe they're like, oh, wow, I could actually just, choose a location closest to my work, or choose my location closest to my kid's school, because that's when I'm in the car. So they can zoom out into the map and choose the location that's going to work best for them. Once they choose the location, this is going to be the experience where it pops up and it's going to ask them to verify the last 4 digits of their phone number. Also going to ask them, do you want to save this choice for future online store? This is really great because if your customer chooses to do this and they're a club member, this will automatically apply to their club orders. So it's so exciting. Right now, we are just announcing it today. We are in beta testing. So we're looking for folks who want to be part of that, working with our developer teams to make sure that we get all the kinks out. We'll be beta testing through the rest of the summer. And then, I imagine that by the end of August, we'll be ready to go to officially have it. So if you're not interested in beta testing, that's fine. Go ahead and click this URL right here. Let us know if you're interested in our new integration with our app, if you're interested in our new integration with Via.Delivery, Or, again, Caleb mentioned, we're looking for folks who are willing to work with us for beta testing so that you could send your orders through the app and to ship compliant. So we are looking for folks who are willing to work with us for that. So if you're willing to work with us, let us know. We are so excited to share with these different opportunities. I'm going to give you a second to use the QR code because I've been accused of moving too quickly for the QR codes. So, but there's a lot of information here. This will bring you to a form. It's going to say I'm interested in all, the orders part of the app. I'm interested in just the inventory sync. I'm just interested in the tracking part of the app, or I'm interested in the via.delivery solution. And then it will ask you whether or not you're interested in being a beta tester, or if you're just interested in reach out to me when you're ready. Okay, the last and certainly not least, I'm really also excited to share with you that at the end of this month, and everybody is invited to this event. So you don't just have to be a Wineshipping client. This is available to anybody who's just interested in working with Wineshipping or understanding what Wineshipping is about, or you are a Wineshipping customer. We have a really exciting event happening at the end of this month. We will have Commerce7 on site at Wineshipping headquarters in Napa, RedChirp, Analytics, Wine Glass Marketing, and via.delivery. We're going to be doing some short sessions. We're going to be networking. It's completely free event for anybody who wants to attend. It also includes breakfast and lunch. It starts at 8. It goes till 1. There'll be a warehouse tour and some really great opportunities to network and to just learn more on how our partnership and working with Wineshipping can help you really, again, elevate your post-purchase experience, elevate your customer experience. All right, it's time for questions. So I'm going to stop sharing and let's take a quick look and see what we got.
Shout out to your coworker, Amanda, who has been answering questions in chat.
Okay, amazing. Of course she is.
And Caleb's answered quite a few in the Q&A box. Caleb, you're typing an answer right now. Do you want to just read that question and answer it out loud?
Yeah, I think we're getting the most questions about what I expected, which is, the different ways to transmit the orders. Now, at the moment, I would say the rub is that if we want to go through the compliance flow and ship compliant, it's still critical that we send the orders through ship compliant. Now, I don't think that is going to be true for too much longer. I want to work with people to ensure that we can send orders to ship compliant, let ship compliant do what it's doing, send orders to Wineshipping. We've already built the process to keep ship compliant updated, so that part's not a question. But right now, we have yet to verify that. So if you're using ship compliant for its full set of tax and compliance reasons, it makes sense to continue sending orders through it like you do today. You can use our inventory tracking features and all of the via delivery features that Karen just highlighted. And then in the not too distant future, soon, we would like to enable clients to also be able to use the app to send us orders to both ship compliant and a Wineshipping. In that event, what we would do is update the configuration of the fulfillment gateway to not send the orders through the fulfillment gateway to Wineshipping. So the orders would still go into the ship compliant ledger. They'd still come to Wineshipping, but we would not send them twice to Wineshipping. And that would give you the full suite of capabilities. So that's the last part still to come, but we are most of the way there. So it's more about validation and doing some final testing with interested clients.
Yeah, so if you want to be one of those beta testers, fill out that form. Because we really want to be able to do that for you all, right? But that's the missing piece. We need to have someone willing to go through the development process with us. Anything else that we need? Any like other questions besides the form did not work when I tried it? I'm gonna have to go back and check and see what's going on because I definitely tried it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, well, the form is working, so the QR code is working. So Jen, try again.
Yeah, it's also linked in the chat box too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There's a couple more questions in the chat box. I'll let you two determine which one you'd like to answer.
Let's see here. How can tracking information get back to Ship Compliant to generate monthly compliance reports? Well, I think the tracking numbers would go directly into Commerce7 and they would be sent directly into Ship Compliant. So they'd be going both directions. Hope that helped answer.
I actually don't know the answer to Rita's question. I know we've done that with other integrations, Karen, so I don't know if it's something we have yet, but the ability to enter the order into C7 directly and still use via delivery.
Enter the order directly. Oh, you mean enter the directly into Awesome Client Portal directly? Or
no, like to manually create an order in C7.
In C7.
And we probably don't have that yet, but it is something that we've done with our other integrations. So that would be on the roadmap and something we would want to make available.
Okay, got it.
And then there was a question about exporting the tracking. I mean, absolutely, we can export all the tracking, but we have actually already automated the process of posting back tracking to Ship Compliant regardless of source. So if you so choose, I mean, it's up to you, we can post back all your tracking to Ship Compliant regardless of where the orders came to us from. You know, whether you uploaded them with a spreadsheet or you used our app to send them or you made them manually, we have the capability to post all of that back to Ship Compliant if you so choose.
Well, I think we're kind of.
There's two more.
There's two more.
They're coming in. Dave's question, can a consumer change or redirect a package once it has been sent to a pickup point? Yes, they can. You can use either the FedEx or the UPS tools on their websites to redirect that package back to your home address or to another pickup point. So that's still fully available to you and vice versa. There was also a question from Jacqueline here. If the customer submits a redirect to one of the HALs, will the winery be charged a redirect fee? No, if the customer initiates it, you're not charged a fee. UPS and FedEx are also highly incentivizing this behavior, especially with alcohol shipments. So they offer it free of charge. So getting customers to be willing to use those tools is a big benefit to all of us. In our premium tracking capabilities and the branded tracking pages, we have added some tools to try to help assist the customers in that process.
Yeah, you know, and if you are interested, I have helped a bunch of our clients with our premium tracking software templates to add language in each one of either in transit, failed attempt, exception, or estimated delivery date has been revised that there is a manage my delivery communication as part of that in transit notification to your customer. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to service, or I'm sure most of you have my email directly. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to pop those templates into your premium tracking account. All you would need to do is make sure the voice is your voice and that you add some logos and colors to it. But the hard work I've already done for you. Thanks, Rita.
Oh, I'll say it out loud for the people watching the recording. It says, Karen is the best. Those templates are a game changer. Okay, I think that is it for questions. Like Karen said, a follow-up email will be sent with the recording and the slides that are within this recording. We'll also send a link to that form in the follow-up email as well. And if you have any questions, Karen, Caleb, how can people reach out to you guys?
You guys can reach out to me with my email directly, and I'm going to save Caleb. Don't reach out to Caleb. He's too busy. I got you.
Okay.
Amanda and I are your people.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much to the Wineshipping team for taking so much time out of your busy schedules to put this together and to put this app integration together. We really value our partners, especially you guys. And I know our coworker Jennifer is really looking forward to the Napa half-day event. She was already over at your guys' spot earlier this year, and it was a great event. So please, if you're in the area, go to that event. I'll include the link to register for that as well.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure to work with you all. We're so excited about these integrations. We have an amazing partnership with you. So thanks, Tessa, for hosting us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.